The search for the Asli Mulniwasi, the original inhabitant, remains one of the most highly charged debates in India. We have historically used physical appearance, mountain ranges, and language families to categorize the population, slicing the subcontinent into groups like North versus South or Aryan versus Dravidian. This colonial-era map illustrates how administrators formalize these differences into rigid boundaries. By color-coding regions and defining administrative borders, they created a system that justified their rule by treating communities as separate lineages. These divides persist today, anchored in modern politics and the pages of school textbooks. However, the reliance on visible geography and colonial records falters when measured against modern genetic data. Consider the case of Dr. Gyaneshwar Chaubey, a North Indian of the Brahmin Varna. This timeline traces his lineage. At the 2,000-year mark, his DNA shows shared ancestry with Kshatriya groups. Moving back 8,000 years, his markers match the Santhal tribes, and at 18,000 years, this North Indian Brahmin's DNA matches isolated South Indian tribal groups. Labels like caste or region were created thousands of years after these genetic roots were established, making it impossible to define the original inhabitant through modern social categories. Genetically, India is a complex biological cocktail. No single group possesses a pure, isolated lineage. This visualization shows the average Indian genome. It begins with a 45% Harappan foundation, paired with a 35% ancient hunter-gatherer component. The final 20% is steppe ancestry. While these ratios vary by geography, the core biological recipe is shared across the continent. From Bhil tribals to Sindhis and Balochis, diverse social groups share this identical genetic foundation. Because the ancient Harappan base is the dominant factor for everyone, claims of biological superiority or racial purity lack scientific standing. The Aryan Invasion Theory suggests a violent conquest 4,000 years ago, citing the R1A1 gene as evidence of foreign arrival. This chart compares R1A1 diversity. The Indian samples show double the diversity found in Europe. Higher genetic diversity indicates an older presence. This gene has evolved in India for up to 18,000 years, predating the proposed migration 4,000 years ago by over 10 millennia. Ancient DNA from the Sonali excavation site confirms this timeline. The warriors found in these ruins possessed local Harappan ancestry rather than foreign steppe DNA. Genetics shows that these traits are natively rooted. The theory of a violent racial replacement fails the biological test. If we share this deeply mixed ancient DNA, why are modern social divisions so rigid? Around 1100 AD, a historical pivot called endogamy altered the social landscape. The free intermixing of the previous millennia stopped. Society began enforcing strict marriage laws, restricting families to procreating only within their specific communities. This cultural shift froze the existing genetic soup into isolated pockets, trapping our shared ancestry behind social walls. Genetically, the title of Asli Mulniwasi belongs to everyone and no one at the same time. Caste lines, language families, and regional divides are cultural constructs disconnected from biological reality. While colonial theories aimed to divide the subcontinent, DNA reveals a 70,000-year shared history. Modern Indians occupied the same land and carry the same history in their blood.